Splash damage from bombs is useful because you can save time and save bombs by destroying multiple enemies at once, and it can be slightly quicker by dropping a bomb before you reach the target, saving some travel distance. I noticed that for some buildings the bomb can be dropped quite far away and it will be destroyed, but for other buildings the bombs need to be closer to work, and for some buildings it doesn't matter how close you are, the splash damage does not seem to work, only a direct hit will destroy it. Smaller buildings seemed to be easier to destroy with splash damage, medium buildings needed to be quite close, and larger buildings needed direct hits. I assumed the larger buildings simply had more HP, and it seemed intuitive that a bomb would do less splash damage the further away it was, so only very small, weak buildings would get affected at a greater distance. But it didn't seem to matter how many times I splash damaged some buildings, they didn't die. So I checked the building's HP in Cheat Engine and found that many buildings had the same HP regardless of their size, and yet they had very different splash damage behavior. So I thought, instead of the game checking how far the bomb is from the side of a building, maybe it checks how far away it is from the middle of a building. But then, this tall building with a small footprint wasn't affected, so it must be not from the middle of the base square, but from the middle of the box. To test this, I checked on a low, long building. The splash damage had no effect on the ends of the building, but would consistently destroy the building close to the middle. Lastly, the maximum distance that splash damage will work seems to be about the same radius as the animation of the shockwave. In summary, splash damage is good for small buildings where the middle of the box can be encompassed by the animation of the shockwave, but for very wide or tall buildings, direct hits are needed.
Maintain visual status. There's that sensor array. I copy. quad guns pack a punch. Maintain visual scanning. Ah! There's that sensor array. I copy. Those quad guns pack a punch. Those quad guns pack a punch. Chili's not gonna be happy. Maintain visual scanning. Ah! There's that sensor array. I copy. Those quad guns pack a punch. Chili's not gonna be happy. Maintain visual scanning. There's that sensor array. I copy. Maintain visual scanning. Ouch, shields are a little weak. There's that sensor array. I copy. Ouch, shields are a little weak. There's that sensor array. I copy. Maintain visual scanning. There's that sensor array. I copy.
me out here!